Welcome back to Albemarle High School Turf on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon.
Tonight's game is between reigning state champions for Albemarle Patriots, the Charlottesville Black Knights.
My name is Delaney White.
My name is Paula Gomez.
And we will be your commentators this evening.
Okay.
And we're off. Tonight we have Albemarle in red uniforms with blue trim and CHS in all white.
Ball's out right now.
The Patriots have been undefeated, playing their first 5 games of the season, and tonight will be their 6th, and let's see if they can keep this record up.
Albemarle High School has the ball. The goalkeeper is about to take it out.
Good kick by number 1 Tobias Abramenko. We will get this game back in action.
Number 7 has the ball. Number 7 has the ball. I was gonna say something and I lost my idea. Sorry. I'm just distracted. He's. Hold on.
CHS with possession and some great kicking, trying to keep that communication going between the players.
I feel like CHS needs more defense, to be honest, because like this part is empty, and if they kick the ball over their part of the field, then
yeah, soccer players do need to be quick on their feet as far as traveling from one side of the field to the other.
good head.
And CHS will take that ball right out of bounds. But
Can't really see the numbers. Can't see the numbers. Like over there. Like if they like are gonna like. Oh shit! I'm gonna say this. Number 5 is getting closer. Number 5 is getting closer. Ooh!
And that will be
Goal
a Charlottesville goal.
Goal from
Looks
CHS.
like we might have a hurt player on the field.
I can't see that much. I think it's Sergio.
Yeah. Looks like we have an Albemarle
It's
player
Sergio.
down. But he is fighting to try and get back up. Oh, and Charlottesville takes that ball right back from
Number 19
Albemarle.
has the ball right now.
CHS will get awfully close, but a great save by Albemarle's goalie, Tobias.
Tobias. Charlottesville High School is possessing the ball right now. They're fighting for it.
Y'all didn't touch this thing, did you?
No.
The,
Charlottesville High School is possessing the ball right now. They're fighting for it. Number 11 took the ball, passed it to number 10.
Great control by Albemarle's defense, really trying to get that ball back.
Okay, you're right.
Important in this game, just being able to keep that ball on the field at all times, trying to keep it out of bounds and just in possession of Albemarle or CHS, depending on who has the ball.
Ball's out.
It's doing the same thing. It's just doing that. When you run this, somebody's going to fix it.
Great job by Albemarle, really trying to get that ball back down
One of them has a button.
to the opposite side of the field.
Press one.
Charlottesville High School has this shot right now. Albemarle's trying to get the ball. Oh. Charlottesville High School player is down. I think he got back up. There's a good shot. Albemarle players try to get that ball, but they are just. Oh my gosh.
Looks like the ball has
Yeah.
stayed in Albemarle's defense for most of the game.
But I feel like they need to get that ball closer to the Charlottesville field in order to get that goal.
They do.
They're keeping it on their side of the field. They need to just take it to the other side, take the risk.
Yeah, I think they really need to kick in that speed because I know a lot of the players can run very
Yeah,
quickly.
they can run.
So maybe just initiating that speed and agility to really get that ball into CHS's defense.
CHS is really close to their field, and that's
And
worrying me.
Albemarle's Wesley Chuck will take it back, but CHS will
Took
the
it
ball
back. Number 7 has the ball. He's passing it to number 24 in favor as they taking it closer to the field, to the CHS field. It's getting closer, but then CHS possesses the ball right now. Albemarle gets it back. The players from Albemarle were not there to get the ball, so number 21 couldn't give the ball to anyone. We got a headshot defense. Good defense from Charlottesville High School.
And that ball will make an appearance on the other side of the 50-yard line down in Charlottesville's defense. And Albemarle will fight for that ball, but will fall a little bit short to some Charlottesville players who now have possession.
Charlottesville players have more possession of the ball than Albemarle is having it. Number 3, Wesley, got the ball, luckily. But then
He will pass it to number 24, Daniel Starr. Daniel will
Dylan Starr is really
test
close to the
the
fault.
Charlottesville defense, but the ball will unfortunately head out of bounds on that play.
Number 3 is possessing the ball right now.
Little fun fact about Daniel Starr, he'll be heading to Virginia Tech in the fall to play soccer for the next 4 years of his career.
Hopefully he makes a goal. I mean, it's gonna do it.
A lot has happened in this game as far as possession, a lot of back and forth, really trying to fight for that ball. Players have kept up their stamina so far, and hopefully that will remain prominent throughout the whole game.
Number 23, they're doing lines. They're doing lines. Number 23 is about to kick the ball, about to get the goal.
And the ball will be headed by a Charlottesville player and then by Daniel Starr, but it will fall a
Goalkeeper.
little short with a catch by the goalkeeper of Charlottesville's Black Knights. Wow, what a kick. That was great. All the way down into Albemarle's defense.
Yeah, all the way down to Albemarle's. We got the ball. Charlottesville High School is really close to Albemarle's field. They're really trying to get the goal.
I know both of these teams are quite persistent with their offense and defense, really trying to take over that ball whenever they can.
They're not letting that goal go into that.
And looks like we will have a corner kick here for Charlottesville.
Albemarle High School and Charlottesville High School are trying to possess that ball. Fighting for it.
A little stumble by Charlottesville, but they are back up on their feet.
Number 6 passes the ball to one of our Albemarle players. So we're possessing the ball now. Thank you, number 7. Number 12, sorry.
There's been some really tight defense from Albemarle on CHS, really trying to cover whoever has the ball and making sure that they get that ball back and try and keep it out of their goal.
Charlottesville High School is possessing the ball right now. They're taking it to Albemarle's field.
And Albemarle's number 7, Aiden Shell, will save that from a Charlottesville player.
Number 15 is fighting for that ball. Oh my gosh.
Looks like that was out on CHS, and Albemarle will take that ball back into play.
He passes it to Daniel Starr. Goes out again. This is stressing me out.
We're seeing a lot of footwork in this game, a lot of back and forth between players' feet, trying to get it through one another.
The ball keeps going out of the field. They just keep kicking it out. They need to keep that ball either to one side or the other.
Ooh, and that ball will be stopped by a Charlottesville player, taking it up into Albemarle's
Midfielders.
defense. Seems like Charlottesville has
Albemarle,
had control
yeah.
of the ball recently in this game.
They do.
But Albemarle has really been pressing with their defense, trying to get that ball back and under their control. They're not letting this one goal Charlottesville has bother them or take them down. They are going for it because they know they have a whole game ahead of them to get back on top.
I see Daniel Starr trying to get that goal. Like, he's persistent on staying in that position so he can get closer and just get the goal.
Exactly. He wants to take that ball and carry it right up to the goal. And here's an opportunity for Daniel to take it right to the goal.
We need a...
Oh, and that was just tapped out by Charlottesville's goalie. Great play by Wesley Chuck and Daniel Starr, getting that ball up into Charlottesville's defense.
They're doing lines. Who's possesses... Albemarle High School is possessing the ball. They just
Oh, and headed out by
headed out by
Charlottesville.
Charlottesville. They need to head it in. Albemarle needs to head it in.
Albemarle is quick on their feet. They really know wherever the ball is, they need to get it.
As
And
I told you,
they take
just-
off running for that ball.
ball.
That's their goal, just to get that ball and get it in the net.
Number 11 from Charlottesville passes it to number 19. And then goes to number 16, but then Sergio is fighting for that ball. Close to number 11.
Albemarle High School's boys soccer is currently ranked 3rd in Virginia and 54th in the nation. Charlottesville is ranked 7th in Virginia and 92nd in the nation. Next time there's are we on? What a fight by CHS to really get that ball back.
Toby is risking that net. He's not
He went very
close.
far out.
He went very far out. That was the opportunity for Charlottesville High
Here
School
comes
to
Wesley Chuck
get that.
down in CHS's defense.
He's down. He was so close
We'll
to
take
that
a little
net.
tumble and Charlottesville will recover with that ball, getting it back into Charlottesville's possession. But Albemarle continues to stay tight on their defense, really pressing Charlottesville's players. These players do not want to waste a second of this game. As soon as the ball goes out, they get it right back in. There is no stopping for them.
CHA still they keep the ball. They still keep the ball. It's possessed by them. I feel like Albemarle High School needs more possession of the ball.
They do. They need to do what they do best, and that's really kicking that speed into action, taking that ball, and bringing it straight up. Great save by Albemarle's goalie. And that ball will land right into
Number 23. Number 23.
Brandon Mann's
so
possession,
close.
and Charlottesville goalie will
Save
that
the ball.
Just barely, though. Brandon
Barely.
really had the head on that play.
That was
he was
really
so close to the
close.
goal
That
and
was
had a
really
powerful,
close.
strong kick, but
And again,
Charlottesville goalie stopped him.
Charlottesville High School is possessing the ball. They're fighting for it right now. Number 25 has 2 options, but he's not throwing the ball. I don't know why he took the ball.
you can really hear the Albemarle players speaking and trying to communicate with each other, trying to really get the intelligence of the game under control to make sure everyone knows exactly what they're doing during the plays, knowing who they're covering and who they're trying to get the ball from. Yeah.
Our coach needs to communicate with his players so they can have other alternatives to play this game.
He may also have faith in his players to know what plays to run, and he may count on those senior captains to take initiative and run those plays and set up plays in order for Albemarle to get the goal up into Charlottesville's defense.
On for the Black Knights, number 8, Rodrigo Reyes.
We will have a quick substitution for Charlottesville, but that will not delay the game too long.
Albemarle High School kicks the ball back, goes to Daniel Starr.
Cover from that Charlottesville pass by kicking it straight out of bounds. Up into the crowd. Albemarle's goalie passed it straight into the feet of number 7, Aiden Shell.
Number 2, Muhammad is persistent on that ball.
Yeah, Ayat has been controlling that ball a lot throughout the game and has set up a lot of great plays for Charlotte.
He's really close to Albemarle defense, which makes it like really hard for Albemarle to actually like protect the ball. He's really like right there. Number 5 has the shot this time apparently. No, not number 5. Actually, the ball is going to Charlottesville High School. Yeah, by Charlottesville, not Albemarle.
Will be headbutted by number 11, Nick Montebelli, back into Charlottesville possession.
Number 5 taking the ball back, number 23, which is getting close to the field, but then Charlottesville High School takes the ball again, takes possession of it. Because number 17 from Albemarle was there to get the ball, but he didn't run to get it.
Control is so important in the game of soccer, being able to take control of that ball and take it up and down the field and pass it to your players without interruptions from the opposing team.
And always have someone to have pass the ball to. Like, I've seen that Albemarle needs like some people around to really like they don't know where to pass the ball, and they need to like organize like this structure better so they have someone to like get the ball to get closer to the goal.
Spacing is a big thing. I totally understand where you're coming from. Being able to have a player on almost every section of
Every section of the field where the ball is going.
Yeah.
Number 3, Wesley is doing a good job keeping himself next to CHS players so he can actually take the ball to the other side.
Wesley Chuck is one of our senior captains. He's done a great job maintaining that leadership position as a captain, trying to get that ball right up into the goal. Albemarle brings it back in. Ooh, a great kick
They
by Wesley.
keep, every time they gonna get that goal, they keep falling.
Looks like we've got a yellow card on
The
Charlottesville.
high school. That was definitely a
Yellow card worthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a really yellow card.
Substitution for the Black Knights, number 17, Noah Boswell.
Number 17 is going in for CHS, substituting that one guy that fell.
And Albemarle's number 23 will look for someone to be open, but unfortunately,
No
takes
one's
off.
there.
Looks like it'll remain Albemarle's possession after that out of bounds kick. But Charlottesville will take that ball all the way up into Albemarle territory.
Albemarle needs more defense in that case.
but Albemarle takes it right back from CHS. Great footwork by Albemarle's number 23, Brandon Mann, trying to keep that ball out of CHS's feet.
Okay, then yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Go over brackets and take a picture of that way. The line is long.
Number 10 has the ball.
And Albemarle is so close to Charlottesville's net, but ball will
They
end
still
up.
don't make it. We need at least to be even. We need to at least get that one goal. Or many more, but like at least that first goal. The first,
Yeah, I think once Albemarle gets that first goal, they will just go off from there. They will
get some
get
motivation.
goals left and right. I think they
Yeah.
just need that little push to get them there.
I feel like they need to work hard right now so that at the end they can just like keep that score. Don't have to worry about Charlottesville High School.
They've really got to keep that motivation and stamina up throughout this game. This will be a tough one, as Charlottesville is only 4-1 this season. And the ball will get awfully close to CHS's net, but will end up out of bounds. Brought back in by a Charlottesville player to come. Excuse me, it'll actually be brought in by an Albemarle player.
New lines again.
And that Albemarle player will be Brandon Mann.
Brandon Mann.
But
Albemarle.
his shot will be stopped by Charlottesville, but brought back into the feet of Albemarle. Albemarle has had very high scoring games throughout the season so far, their lowest score being 4 and their highest being 8. So far, our score tonight is 0-1, Charlottesville.
Number 3 is possessing that ball, Wesley. Sergio saves the ball from Charlottesville High School.
And Nick gives a great pass to Daniel Starr, who takes
Daniel
it
Starr
right
is
up
really close to the field, but then he
Will
falls.
stumble over a Charlottesville defender, and Charlottesville will take that ball back up into Albemarle's.
25, which is the only defense right now on the field.
On for the Black Knights, number 13, Dea. And number 11, Saeed Kozman.
You know, he still works at Chick-fil-A.
Back
Looks
on.
like Charlottesville is really assessing their risks.
We only
their
have
risks and what plays they can put into play here, as they are down in Albemarle's territory. Oh, stolen by
By
number 24.
Daniel Starr. Number 24 tries to keep the ball in. But then Charlottesville High School possesses the ball once again. Number 17.
Great head by Wesley Chuck to Daniel Starr, but the ball will head right back out of bounds.
Number 17, Noah, is trying to decide who. And then Albemarle High School heads that ball. And to Daniel, number 24.
And Roshan will kick that ball
Number 17 is
up into
really
Charlottesville's
close.
territory.
Number 17 can get that ball in.
Oh, but Albemarle was tripped by a Charlottesville player.
This ball is going to be in favor of Albemarle High School. They need to get that goal.
Looks like number
They have
23,
really
Brandon
close.
Mann, will have that one shot, just him and the goalie against each other, giving him full range of where he could kick throughout that entire goal.
Here it goes.
Oh.
Oh, that was so close. He had the shot.
Charlottesville's goalie did a great job really stretching out to block that goal. And Brandon was just a little bit short from that 1 point. Charlottesville seems to be a bit of an aggressive team as far as the penalties they've gotten so far and
It is really aggressive team.
throughout what they've done with their defense, stopping those Albemarle players from the goal. Albemarle will take control. But Charlottesville is back in possession.
Yeah. Charlottesville getting the ball closer to the Albemarle field.
Both teams have had sharp consecutive passes, really getting
Number
it from
3,
player
Wesley
to
has the
player.
ball. Has the ball. He's taking it closer
Wesley
to
will
the
take that ball right up the field,
He's
but
fighting
will
for that
run into
ball.
some trouble with a Charlottesville defender.
He got it back. Number 11 has the ball. Passes it to Daniel. Daniel Starr had the ball really close. We just have 9 minutes for the rest of this game. Or the first part of the game, excuse me. We need to get at least one goal. They're going to do a line. And number 23 kicks it. But then it heads out by Charlottesville High School again.
And that Albemarle player will lean back just a little bit too far, kicking that ball right above the goal.
It's been a tough game for Albemarle High School tonight.
They've done a great job tracking that ball, knowing exactly where it is on the field and exactly where to set up plays as far as defenders covering that player with the ball and players being open to catch that ball and really bring it up the field.
Wesley, number 3, is passing it to number 17, who's really close to the goal.
17 will take it up to the goal, but Charlottesville will boot it out.
They're so close to get the goal, but Charlottesville High School keeps on hitting it out and kicking it out.
There's been multiple plays where the ball has been just feet away from the goal, and there's been many attempts for that goal, but unfortunately none have followed through.
That was close by Albemarle
Oh,
High
wow.
School. Almost heads in that goal.
Just barely saved by Charlottesville's goalie.
He was not ready for that, definitely.
Nope, he was not ready.
Albemarle keeps on having this persistence. He keeps on trying to get that ball in, but Charlottesville High School is just
There is a
so.
fire in all of these players just wanting to get that first goal to really initiate the game, that they are here, they are ready to play.
They've been preparing for this, definitely.
Yeah,
They've
great
been
save by Albemarle's
working
goalie.
hard. Tobias gonna kick it far.
Looks like we'll have a call by the ref, and it'll go back to Charlottesville.
High school. Albemarle needs to have defense in this part.
A strong, tight defense on that Charlottesville player, whoever is possessing the ball, is really what's in need tonight.
Number 23 is close to the ball. Number 5 kicks it out of the field.
Way out of the field into the stands. Great catch by one of our fans.
Albemarle High School takes possession of the ball. Number 17 can get the ball. It's the only one who's close to the field, to the Charlottesville High School field.
Charlottesville will track back.
But then number 23 tries
will
to
take it
tag.
Up
Sergio
the field.
has the
Stopped by
ball.
Albemarle. Both goalies have really been on their toes tonight. They've been in this action, and they're ready to stop that ball whenever they can.
Tobias especially has been doing a great job.
He has. He's been far outside the net when he's needed, and he's been back in the net again when he's needed to cover that goal.
Of course, when he gets far from the net, he's risking that goal because Charlottesville High School can attack any moment.
Very true. Great communication by Albemarle, really using their voices to control that field.
That's very important, communication.
Oh, great
Number
steal
23.
by Brandon Mann, and that will be a goal for Albemarle.
That would be a goal for Albemarle High School. Finally, that first goal.
Their first goal of the evening to tie the game up at 1-1 with 4 minutes and 32 seconds left in the first half.
As I told you, I was sure they were going to get this goal. We're at the minute 4 with 32 seconds. We got that first goal, so we're even now. Hopefully, they're going to keep that motivation to get the second, third, and fourth, and as many goals as they can.
And that goal was assisted by Joe Maxwell.
Did a great job. Charlottesville High School is possessing the ball right now. Wesley.
Great save by number 3, Wesley Chuck.
Yeah.
Trying to keep that ball in the game. But Albemarle will take over that Charlottesville player and will get the ball back in their possession.
Number 17 tried to pass the ball to Daniel, but he apparently did the opposite.
Passed it to one of
Our
the
Charlottesville players.
What a game this has been so far, and it's only the first half. It's been pretty back and forth with some intense plays and intense goals.
Can't wait for the second half. It's going to define who's going to win. The second half is the most important one.
I know sometimes a good halftime pep talk can change the entire game.
Plus, they need to keep
Wow, that
going.
ball is out of the stadium.
They can't relax the last minute because the last minute they can lose. They need to keep doing it, fighting for it
Indeed, they really need to fight for that ball.
until the end.
And in games like this where it's really neck and neck. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, but that ball will be saved by Albemarle.
Saves the ball, but when he saves it, he goes down. He got hurt. But one of the Charlottesville players, he's on the ground right now. Apparently,
Yeah, it looks like one of our Albemarle
he's trying to
players
get
is
up.
struggling to get up.
He's really struggling. He's not getting any
He's
assistance.
fighting for it, though. He really wants to be in this game. He wants to continue to play.
He can barely walk. He needs assistance, definitely. One of the
As I was saying
Charlottesville.
earlier, a great mindset can be key to any game. Just going in knowing that you know how to play this game and that you can control this game, and having full faith in your teammates and your coach to be able to win a game.
Apparently, Albemarle is going to have to switch players.
Looks like we've got a trainer coming out now to help assist one of our players.
Since the first moment I saw that guy falling, I knew that he was going to need some assistance, definitely. Charlottesville High School is playing rough. Who's replacing it? Ethan Odd, number 15, gets in the field ready to play.
And Ethan Ott is one of our younger team members, only a sophomore. And he was on the team last year during his freshman year, which is a great accomplishment.
Number
I think all of our penalties tonight have been on Charlottesville. I don't recall one being on Albemarle so far. Albemarle trying to track
Charlottesville
the ball
High
back,
School.
but Charlottesville has gotten
Number
it in their
7
hands.
is supposed to get that goal.
And Albemarle's goalie will save that ball from going in. What a great job by Albemarle's goalie.
Number 7, Aiden had that ball really close to Albemarle's goal.
Great fight by Albemarle's defense, really trying to get that ball out of there after their goalie's great save.
Ball is possessed, but number 6. He has multiple options to pass it to.
He does. Being able to have players wide open is great. Just being able to know that you can pass to more than one person, having reliable players on the field is great.
Number 24 gets the ball. He's really close to the net. He's about to do that goal. Hopefully he does. He's been fighting for it.
Daniel will lose possession of that ball, but the ball will travel right out of bounds. Oh, wow. What an aggressive push by Charlottesville's number 7, but Wesley Chuck is back up.
Ready to roll.
Maintains in the game. Excuse me, remains in the game.
Number 25 kicks that ball really hard. But then the goalie just still catches that ball, no matter what.
He really jumped for that, too. He was up in the air, really trying to make sure that stays out of his territory.
Plus, CHA's players got his bag. We have 2 minutes left for this first time.
Looks like we'll have a quick timeout.
Quick time out. Apparently, this is halftime.
Visit the concession stand at half.
Excuse me, I thought it was a timeout, but it's actually our halftime.
And then we're back with our Albemarle Patriots and Black Knights from Charlottesville High School. This is the second time of the game.
What a big half this is going to be. The score is currently 1-1 with a whole 40 minutes ahead of them. With so many plays available to each and every team.
Just to remind you, I'm Paula Gomez.
And I'm Delaney White.
We're going to be with you live streaming this game at Albemarle High School.
You get to hear our voices for the next 40 minutes.
Oh, great.
Inspiration.
Albemarle High School starts with the ball. That's a good start.
There we go. They're
Just so
back
y'all know.
into their defense.
Albemarle goalie, it's on the other side of the field, so we just switched. Great kick out.
Great job by Albemarle trying to get that ball out of any Charlottesville player's feet, trying to keep it their ball, their control.
We started with the ball close to our field, unfortunately. Back on.
And then we're back with Albemarle Patriots and Black Knights from Charlottesville High School. This is the second time of the game. Can we unmute? No. This game is causing sheer tension between the two teams. Having the score at 1-1 with tight defense as both the teams have. This game is really neck and neck and could be for the next 38 minutes.
Anything can happen in this next 38 minutes. Charlottesville High School has the ball.
The execution of skills and plays is up to every player on the team, and this team has players who can really execute. They do not hold back any skills. They go full throttle with all their with all their plays.
Number 2 from Charlottesville High School gets the ball. Number 16, she's trying to pass it to number 19.
Charlottesville really took that ball right up the field.
But then Tobias, our goalie, keeps the ball.
With this game being tied, time is really at the essence. Whoever can get this next goal is on top, and we'll see if they can remain on top. The ball is back to
Number
Albemarle.
13, Joe Maxwell, got the ball. He kicked it to number 24, Daniel Starr. Something happened right there with number 17. The goal is in
The ball
favor.
will go back
yeah.
to Charlottesville. Soccer is truly the game of possession and control, and whoever can take over possession and take over control can win the game.
This game is so stressful right now. Drew Maxwell tries to steal the ball, but Charlottesville High School number 16 takes possession of it, passes it to number 12.
Strong passes between both teams.
Again, number 17 possesses the ball. It's really close to Albemarle's field. Tobias better catches that ball. He barely catch the ball.
It's almost as if that ball just scraped the outside of the net. Just barely making it out.
He's going to kick the ball, hopefully very far.
strong, long kick by Albemarle's goalie right into Albemarle control. But Charlottesville will take over. But back to Albemarle. You never know with soccer. It can go back and forth in just a second.
Apparently Sergio kicked that ball to Wesley. Wesley, number 23, has the opportunity to get it because Charlottesville High School doesn't have defense right now, really good defense. And I think that number 23 needs someone to be there with them. And that would be number 17. He needs to stay there, remain there. Number 5 kicks the ball out of the field.
Charlottesville passed it right to Albemarle. The ball will head out of bounds. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah, they will be out of bounds, but Albemarle will pick it right back up.
Number 17 has the ball. He needs to pass it to number 24, Daniel Starr. Apparently goes out of the field again. In possession of, apparently, Albemarle High School. Yeah, possession of Albemarle High School. He passes it to number 24, Daniel Starr. And then Brandon. That's the ball.
Oh, and that ball will be saved by Charlottesville's goalie. It's hard to say which team has had the brighter start from the first half. Charlottesville being able to score that goal in the first 10 minutes of the game really opened Albemarle's eyes up and made them aware of where they need to be on the field, who they need to cover, who are some of Charlottesville's stronger players.
I hope after
that ball will just barely be saved by a Charlottesville defender.
Hopefully after the first half, coach saw this Charlottesville strategy. I'm sorry. Like Charlottesville's plan, and then actually told the players what to do with it, how to play them, so they can get good defense and great positions to pass it to each other. Great space.
Observation is really a big key to any sporting event. Being able to see what tendencies the other team has and what player may be more in control of their field is really important for both teams to understand and be aware of.
Also, I feel like the coach can see all the weaknesses that Charlottesville High School has, so he can use the game.
Yeah, it looks like Albemarle has a lot of their senior captains on the field right now, and they've been present on the field almost the entire game. Looks like we've got a flag on the play.
Charlottesville High School's about to kick the ball.
And we'll see where that ball ends up. Could be an Albemarle or Charlottesville defender.
Toby got the ball.
Great save by
Great
Albemarle's
save,
goalie,
yeah.
being able to take that ball right into his hands. And a great kick putting Albemarle in possession.
Charlottesville gets the ball once again, but then Albemarle hits it in the field to one of their players.
Oh, and Albemarle is speeding to try and get that ball back.
Number 23 needs someone to pass the ball. He's trying to get someone to get that ball for him. Trying to keep that ball, but then he falls once again.
Looks like he was surrounded by a couple Charlottesville players.
I would say by
Both
many.
teams really need to make sure that they have players who are open or trying to become open in order for passes to be made and consecutive plays to be played.
Ball is in favor of Albemarle High School, number 5. It passes it to number 24, Daniel Starr, which is really close.
Oh, and Daniel Starr's down, but he'll hop right back up, no problem.
He keeps falling, but he keeps getting back up.
It's as if soccer players are just indestructible. I mean, a lot of them take some pretty hard hits and knocks, but they get right back up.
That is true. Some strong Patriots right here.
Indeed.
Looks like Albemarle has possession of the ball. He throws it to number 19. Sergio. Then it goes out of the field again. Gets backing in favor of Albemarle High School once again. He got this
Looks
shot.
like we'll have a corner kick
Corner kick. Definitely is a corner
by
kick.
Albemarle.
They're in good line. Hopefully they're in good position to get that ball in.
Looks like we have a little arguing between the players and the refs. And we'll see what the refs decide.
Yellow card. That was a yellow card. Definitely, no doubt.
On for the Patriots, number 11, Nick Montevello.
Number 11 is being replaced. Number 17 is defending that
Great
ball.
Defense.
Number 23,
Oh,
Daniel
great
has that
fight
ball.
by 23, Brandon Mann.
But then number 16 and number 2, he was surrounded by them, and he couldn't pass the ball to anyone else. He didn't have option or any choice.
It is difficult once you're trapped by a couple defenders to really get back and get that ball into another player's feet.
Number 18 is trying to get that ball in. Number 2, that was so close.
That was very close.
That was very, very close. They got the free net. Toby was not there. He was trying to defend
On
other
for the
players.
Patriots, number 7, Aiden Shell.
We still have 28 minutes. It's been 10 minutes of this. Charlottesville High School is possessing the ball. He passes it to number 19. Number 19 passes it to number 9 and gets it back.
Both teams really have been scoping out different plays and players they can pass to when they're in possession of the ball. But it seems like Charlottesville has been, especially on top of that tonight, being able to make many plays back and forth to each other.
Charlottesville High School is getting nervous about Albemarle now once we got that first goal. So they are like really aggressive now, more than they used to in the first half of the game, I feel.
We still have a solid 27 minutes and 34 seconds left in this game. So a lot of time for both teams to make some big plays. And it looks like
Number 24 is running so fast for that ball. He's trying to get that goal. He's
Really
trying to get
picking up
it.
the speed
He has
there.
number 17.
Wow.
Number 17 possessed that goal. The net was free for them to get it. It was so close.
great effort by those players. Looks like that was number 24, Daniel Starr, another one of those senior captains.
If we keep